Hi guys, welcome back. This is Ozhound. This is episode 16 of my server play series using all the mods mod pack. Last episode we left off with some issues trying to get the diesel out of this fluid tank and into the generator. And the reason why it worked for that fraction of a second is because the pipes were linked and joined into the refinery. So it seems that via the fluid pipes it's got an ability to transfer to the diesel generator and pick that up. But if you put the immersive engineering fluid pipes from the bottom of the fluid tank where they're supposed to go and plug them into the generator, it doesn't seem to work. It doesn't seem to recognise that there is legitimate liquid in there, i.e. biodiesel, to run the machine. So I've put a lever on this thing now. I've connected up some ender fluid conduits and it works fine. So that's a bit disappointing. I didn't want to use the ender fluid conduits here. Now keep in mind this may be fixed in the current version. I'm not using the current version, as I keep alluding to in the last 2 or 3 episodes. But at this stage that's working, so that is what I'm going to leave it at. Now I just need to connect this back in to the diesel generator, aka refinery. And I'm going to trap myself here, aren't I? Yes, I am. Okay, that's stopped now because this capacitor has filled up. Now there was some residual in here that should have drained out now. Yep, cool. I ran out of hemp seeds. Not sure if I covered it in the last episode. Really quickly. Got a crap load of potatoes still in here waiting to produce the ethanol, but yeah, it's not looking good. For that I have to probably use apples. I think apples are going to be the go-to thing for this. So let me just put away the stuff that I don't need anymore. So what I want to do here is to add apples to the input filter. That probably wouldn't be getting them yet. Still want hemp seeds there. Apples. Oh, I'm all out of space. I could put an interface there, I guess. Importer, exporter, basic processor. No. Damn it. Okay, we'll be back when I get these things. Okay, what interface? It's probably been sucked back into the system. How are these configured? Just extract on brown, that's it. Okay, that's fine. Extract on brown, always active. Then in here we shall put apples. And those apples should be going into our squeezer. Yes. Which isn't running. Am I getting the wrong idea? What? No, there it goes. I was just waiting for a bit. No, it's processing the hemp seeds. So what does the squeezer needs? Seeds, of course. Seeds. Get rid of that. Pull these apples out. Seeds. I've got, the best I can do is these seeds, which should already be in an interface, I think. No, they are not. Let's go and fix that up. Sure they were. I'm going crazy. And the problem with putting that interface down there, the only accessible way to get to it is to go down here. Seeds, and these aren't as good as hemp, obviously, because they only produce 80 millibuckets, or 80 millibuckets per tick, whereas your hemp produces 120. But as the hemp gets produced, it'll still be fed in through that intake there anyway, and then it'll come over here and fill this up. So last episode I made this HV transformer. What I want to do is to connect it up now. So this is set to output, so I need to put a HV wire connector on there, and I will put that there, and then I'll connect the HV wire from here to here, and then LV from here to here. And now our generator has kicked back up again. That'd be cool if it span faster than that. Oh, it is speeding up. That's cool. The animations on this, I mean, without a doubt, immersive engineering does multi-block the way multi-block's supposed to be done. And this should be still draining. Yep. So that is still draining out of here. Generator is running. It's probably filling up these capacitors. Not this one, I think, because it's only got an output on this side. And same with the one over there. So essentially all these machines are now primarily running from this capacitor. And it's producing a crap load of power, and it's not using it all. So it's actually using a lot of diesel for really no reason. So we have to fix that. We have to basically put have some way to detect what the power level is in here and switch this off when it gets above, say, 90% full for this capacitor. But how do we do that with immersive engineering? Let's see if I can find out a way, and we'll be back. Okay guys, I think I might have a solution. The RF monitor from RF Tools seems to pick up the HV capacitor. So this is now at about quarter power. I'm just trying to, that'll send a redstone signal if it's above 40%. So if I put, damn it. If I put redstone Okay, so more than 40% is on. I don't know if this is actually working. I think it's just saying, okay, that's off. Less than 50%. Well, that's just over 50%. So if I change that to more than 50%, that'll turn on. If that now goes down to more than 20%, that'll stay on. If it goes up to 80%, it should turn off. Yes, cool. Okay, so we can use this to control our generator. The only problem is that it'll flicker off and on between having, say, 90% power, having not 90% power. So this will turn on and off continuously. So the only way around that is to have a second monitor set up with a different range on there, a lower range, which will negate that signal via some sort of a redstone gate, I guess, because there's only one input there. But that's going to be a bit tricky. I'm not really good with logic gates. I guess we could just use the RF tool logic gate. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, I'll run some cables down to here and see how we go. Be back in a sec. Alright guys, I've run all the cabling. At the moment the capacitor is dangerously close to 0. I've set this detector to less than 20% emitted redstone, which is why this is on, and this one is emitted redstone on is greater than 90%. Not even sure if that's the way it needs to be set at this stage, but so if this is lower than, so this logic gate is, you've got an input on here which is on, and then A which is off. So if A is off and B is on, then the redstone signal should be on. And then when any of these states change, so in other words, if, alright, so that's just gone up above 20%, so that's turned off. So now we've got both of these are turned off. So if all of it's off, then that should still be on. And so when the capacitor gets to over 90%, this will turn on, which is A, and if A is on and B and C are off, then it don't emit the redstone signal. That should turn off. So that is essentially our control, our prevention from stopping, one, first and foremost, from wasting biodiesel, from having it running all the time, and secondly, to stop it from flickering on and off if we just had the one monitor here controlling a redstone signal set to 90%. So that won't take too long to get to here, and we should see this left hand one turn on, and then the logic gate will stop the redstone signal. There you go, and you can hear that the generator's turned off, and now we're draining out of our capacitor again. So when that gets down to 10%, then the state will change. Oh no. Yeah, see, that's what I was afraid of. That's not going to work. Well, I thought I was smart then, but I wasn't. So maybe we need a third input at the back here. Okay guys, I think I just basically had this set the wrong way around. So I had this less than 20%. It actually should be more than 20% because the states, again, I told you before, I'm not very good at redstone or logic gates, but if both states are true, that means that the level is above 90%. So if your A and B states are true, the generator should be off. If your A state is false but your B state is true, you still want the generator to be off because your level is still above 20% but below 90%. And if you have both states being false, in other words, your level's below 90% and below 20%, you want the generator to come on. So if the generator starts to generate power and then gets above your 20% again, then your B state that's connected to B turns on and the generator switches off, which isn't what we want. Keep the previous redstone signal, which will be on, sorry. Okay, so that should be fine. So keeping the previous redstone signal will keep it on until it gets to A and B being positive, so in other words above 90%, and then it'll turn it off. Then it will start to drain, it'll get down to 20%, which will be the B state here. It'll keep it turned off until it gets down to both as a negative state. Then it will turn it back on, it'll reach B again, B level, keep on. Yeah, that should work. Now it's just proof of concept to make sure that works. So I can't drain anything faster out of there. I mean, it's draining pretty quickly at the moment, but yeah. Guess I could chuck some more coal in here, get that going. Coal. I guess I could push that state up to 50%. So 50, 60. What is 60% of 4 million? $2.4 million, so we're not too far away. There you go. Alright, so you see that turned off. And then turned basically straight back on again when the generator pushed it into the active zone. But because I set this to a keep state, it's remembering the previous state it was in and not resetting it. Now it's gotten to 90%. That's switched on, and having both of these states on, switch the generator off, and now that'll drain back down again. So guys, that's working and I am happy with that. That's good. Alright, let's close this area up. I'm surprised at myself actually. Didn't think I'd be able to get that worked out so quickly. So that's our biodiesel generator. guess the next step in immersive engineering is I want to make a crusher because they're actually pretty good for generating material, like more material than some other, or all other machines in this pack at least can produce. Definitely increases yield, not necessarily for ore but for other options as well. So I wonder if I can look up the crusher. Can't remember in particular, but I think glowstone might be a good example of this. So crusher, no, that's not. That's a normal crusher. That's an enrichment chamber. That's that crusher. No, that's not it. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, I think the draconium dust is 1. Draconium dust, there is not very many options. I know the crusher from actually additions does to 2 as well. Right, smelting apatite is 1. Alloy smelter is 1. Sag mill is 12. Furnace is 1, crusher is 2, so obviously the sag mill will be the one you use for that. That's wow, that's way overpowered. But I know there's not many. There's 1 or 2 things that actually benefit from using the crusher. But again, it's just a machine that is cool and that you would want to build. And now that we've got some extra power being produced, we're going to go ahead and do that. So I will get the material as per usual together, and we'll be back. Okay, we just need another 4 more hoppers. Should know these recipes, but I don't off the top of my head, because JAI has made it really easy to not need to know recipes. I don't even think I've got any panels, wood panels. Out of iron. What? Blocks of iron. Why doesn't that convert? That must be in the system. If they were in my compacting drawers, they would have automatically converted into iron ingots, but they must be in the RS, the refined storage system, not in the storage drawers themselves. Well, now that I'm out of iron, I guess I'm going to have to go and find some more. But we need 9 hoppers. And that's all we need. Right, so this has got its output there, inputs from the top. It's got power there, and that's about where you want it, I guess. So redstone, light engineering, so 6 on that end. Alright, I don't have enough scaffolds. Where are the scaffolds? I'm sure I made some more scaffolds. Lucky they don't need steel, because if it needed iron, I'd be screwed. Is that right? Yep. One and one, and then redstone. And this needs to be surrounded. Then we've got our hoppers, which I assume go on top of the steel fences. Yep. Which block do we click? Oh, I don't think that'll help. Did I miss something? Did I put that block there? Yes, I did. Central block of the front. The front is the wide side of the structure, which has a light engineering block at the bottom. Have I missed one? Should be that fence. Oops. There we go. Cool. Now I'm going to. I don't know if you can actually put. No, you can. But I wonder if it'll blow up. Soon find out, won't we? Just going to put. MV, I need an MV wire relays. It's going all laggy again. Excellent. MV wire relays. Oh no, I don't have any iron. Let me get some iron. Because I don't have any. And are we back? Can I get some iron? Alright, I've got some iron now. And if I'm going to use MV, I need to have MV coils as well. I thought I made some wires. aluminium. MVY coil. MVY coil uses electrum wire. Interesting. Lucky I have some electrum. Let's hammer that. Cutters. That should be fine. Now hopefully we should be able to wire this up. Crying out loud. Put this here and then get some MV coils. Power to the crusher. Now I wonder if this is on or off by default. No, it's on by default. And we would need to, this would be a cool I guess a cool way to start using conveyor belts, which I do have. Because you'll see them drop over the edge. So let me just put a hole here. Okay, so when you place them, whatever quadrant you're looking at on that particular block is the direction it will place it. So this cobblestone, I don't know if that'll crush into anything, but yay, didn't do anything. Awesome. Has that got power? No, that's why. Because I haven't set this. So that's full of power. Hey, what the hell? Oh, that's my generator turning on. Got a little bit scared there for a second. But if we get something that actually will crush, I guess, let me go with glowstone, because that will definitely crush. There you go. That's cool. Doesn't make any noise though. That's pretty cool. I like it a lot. And then we can have this coming out of here, I guess. Pretty sure that there is an up. Well, there's a hole, there's vertical, and I think if you put a block here, it should climb the block. Maybe not. that's right. Shift click is what you want to do. So shift click, I want it to go there. Then I want another one here. Shift click. Then I want to put another one here. Shift click that. So that I want it going downwards. That's right. Okay. Ugh. And then I want to put a hopper. I mean, obviously this isn't the most economical thing to do, but I just wanted to try out conveyor belts because they look cool. And with item conduits, you never ever see the actual items being transferred through them. Chest, hopper, hey. I don't know what's happening there. That's taking a long time to... Yep, that's dropping into there. It's going up there. My stupid ring picked it up. Okay. It's no power, that's why. Because I broke it. That wasn't very good. Just spits out and misses the conveyor belt. Hopefully that's been fixed up in a later version. Yeah, then I've got, that's cool guys, I like that. So I guess what you could do is, you obviously take damage when you fall into the crusher as well. As you could have a chest there with a hopper dropping stuff onto the conveyor belt itself. And I guess some way you could put an export bus on there maybe, or just have a filter set up like I've got here, which essentially grabs, oh damn, okay that's good, I didn't stuff it up. So this essentially grabs all iron ore and emerald ore, exports it into this chest from the system, and then that chest there then pushes all the stuff into the sag mill. So by that methodology you could use the same sort of thing there. If you wanted it to look pretty cool, you just have coming out of the wall there, but you have a chest in there with an export bus on it connected to the refined storage, and that would just drop the items onto here and it would come out there. The only downside is obviously what you just saw then was my magnetization ring picking the stuff up from all the way over to here, which is not ideal. But that's cool. Alright, I think that's the wrapping up point of the episode. I'm not sure when I'll be back with this world, guys, or with Minecraft in general. I think I might take a bit of a break, I might not. But yeah, that is immersive engineering. It's obviously not the entire mod, there are various other things in there in the mod itself. There's guns, there's the arc furnace, excavator, which is a massive machine, as you can see here. That's one part of it. Then you've got a wheel. That might be interesting to look at next time I come back. But essentially, yeah, it's that's immersive engineering and its power generation. And so I was signing off. Thanks for watching the episode, and stay tuned for more. Cheers.